Hello guys, my name is Dalrin. This video is not a Comet Rogue video, it's just a Shadow Priest footage that I found and I don't have audio for it. That was a fun BG, but in today's video we're going to talk about the problems with Warlords of Draenor PvP. A lot of you guys must have voiced something about it once in a while, one another. Maybe this class is OP, maybe this is wrong, that is wrong, maybe this is not going the right way. But I decided to take some time, watch some videos, find out what some of the people are thinking about Warlords of Draenor PvP, and what are the personal thoughts about it. So this is calibration of pretty much the WoW community, and everybody voicing their opinions. These are opinions that I share, and a lot of them can be traced back to the beta, with how the game looked like at first, and how it ended up being. There's a lot to talk about, so I'm going to try to get through that as quick as possible to get to the main point of the video. Back in beta, and back in when Warlords was announced, Blizzard promised reduced crowd control. That we're going to give value to crowd control and value to the ability to kick at target's cast time, to be able to stun a guy, then blind a guy, then sap a guy was, going to be back to, wow, this kind of crazy amount of CC, that's awesome, that's legendary, given back to the value of the trinkets. But now, as you can see, the CC in the game is pretty rampant. If you've ever been deep frozen, then triple polymorphed by a mage, or bashed, then triple cloned, and rooted by a druid, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The CC is back in the game as it was an MOP, but it's just the same amount of CC as MOP. If you ever played against a god comp, you will know just how much CC there is in the game. Yeah, they created, all these DRs, that more abilities DR with each other, but the CC is still there and is required. The fact is, people have to use that CC in order to score kills. It's ridiculous. And we'll get to that point of the video. The games are not slower paced. Blizzard promised slightly slower paced games, and back in beta they seemed like it. Even as a rogue, I felt like my recoup rate was decent enough healing for me to slow the game down and really think about my strategy and really plan what I'm going to do next, plan my next move, and I actually liked that a lot. I would go with a Feral Druid. It was me and a Feral Druid versus DK Warrior, and the game would last a good while. And I liked that because it didn't seem like our damage was too high, didn't seem like it was too low. It felt like the game was actually kind of epic. Because, I was able to recover, DKs were able to recover, Warriors were able to recover. It didn't seem to be like everybody just getting one shot with Breath of Sindragosa. So it's almost like they promised the slow-paced games, and they were, and whatever happened to that, I don't even know. You still have some games that are, like say TSG go and run a train and a healer, done, he's dead within seconds. And then you have God Comp playing it until 50% dampening and over, and then that's a real slow-paced game, but that's just too slow. So it's like Blizzard tried to create slower paced, but they ended up making slowest paced and fastest paced. And those two just being together at the same time, just opposites, don't really clash with the game, and it just kills the consistency of the game and the games. Casters cast don't seem to have a value. Casters casting is just part of your normal DPS rotation, just your normal way of dealing damage. Since they moved a lot of instacasts, they were gonna give back value of casting abilities, as a lot of classes already had all those instacasts. That didn't happen. You still have classes like Elemental Shamans and Destruction Warlocks that are doing really badly, let's say in normal battlegrounds, and need specific like teammates and team attention and coordination with the team in order to score the wins and score kills. And it's just like, there's so many pseudo interrupts that the melee have. Like a rogue has too many pseudo interrupts for a caster that has to cast. They're just never gonna get a spell off. That's just how it is. They're just never gonna get a spell off. There's just too many pseudo interrupts in the game, and the casts don't mean a thing. People thought casts are gonna go back to TBC when casting a spell was meant something. It was going to bring some great damage. It was going to be great. It was going to be awesome. And that didn't happen really. That's what was promised, and that's how it was in the beta for a bit, but that died kind of quick since the game came out. Healers out healing is like how it was in MOP. Back in the beta, a healer would sustain a person. They wouldn't out heal whatever damage that's been thrown at them. They would sustain unless they have cooldowns. So then it was coordination between DPS using cooldowns and healers using cooldowns, and if you're able to free cast heals on your target, then you're able to top them off. But otherwise, within combat, you would sustain them. So the games were slower paced, and once you lost health, it was hard to recover it. But now, in this day and age, you have rest druids that are able to have, top somebody off within a single global cooldown. And it's just, I feel like it's just back to MOP. On top of it, we don't really have the damage to really blow someone up to be as consistent as the healing. The healing is more bursty than the damage, I would say, you know what I mean? We can't just global somebody with one global, but a healer can globally, within one global, bring somebody to full health. So it's kind of like, it just bounces it. And then on top of that, reduce CC, that kind of, the fact that we have to CC a healer forever, and even then, after that CC, they're able to top someone off. I feel like it just, takes away more and more of the value. So the healers out healing kind of plays a part in most of these points. And last one is content. There's just not enough content. They gave us Ashran, and you can tell what people think about Ashran. The way I can play Ashran now is get in a group and just do events all day, non-stopped, undisrupted, unopposed. That's the only way you can do events. That's the only way you can do anything in Ashran these days. That's the only way I can do it right now. Is just do events completely unopposed. And that's really it. There's no more fight in the middle. There's no point to it. There's no big need to summon Groot or the Rock Lobster for the Horde side. The champions, there's no need to summon them anymore. Ashran was a good idea, and it could have been better. And it was much better in beta. People wanted to go there. People want to hang out. People want to have massive battles and fight in rows and fight in points and fight for the bosses. But they don't have a reason anymore, as people just do events, and that's all they do. They just get in the server, whether dominated by Alliance or Horde, and do events. And that's really how the game is in Ashran. That's the content that brought us. Granted, probably not intentional, but that's really it. I hope you watched to the end of this video, because it's the part where I call to action. I implore you to look in the description and check out the forum post. In this forum post, I want you to post everything you think should be changed and would benefit Warlords of Draenor PvP. Whether it be different game types, different arenas, different battlegrounds, different changes to the game with CC and crowd control and healing and whatnot. Before you post your own, go upvote everything you agree with on there. Don't downvote anything, just give them ideas. My thought process is, Blizzard are... maybe the Blizzard themselves don't know how to fix PvP as is. Maybe they don't know how to make it more interesting. They have PvE, and that's what people come for. And that's at least they have that. So that's the community that really is playing the game. If we want to change PvP, we gotta give them ideas. What could be changed? Where it could be changed? What could be added? Throw any ideas that you think are great, and upvote ideas that you agree with. And I really do call you guys to do that. I really do hope you follow that. And because it would just benefit us. If there's an off chance that somebody in Blizzard will actually look at these ideas and agree with them and implement in the game, that's just us benefiting. Because I want to keep playing the game, I want to keep enjoying it. And I really still do enjoy it because maybe I'm playing a combat rogue. And there's still a couple things that I can do because a lot of people are leaving YouTube. So it just opens up for me more opportunities to put it on YouTube for videos and whatnot. But if all of us want to improve the game, and if any of you guys agree with some of the problems that are in this video that I listed, then go ahead and vote on them. And that's really it. Hopefully you guys did watch to the end of this video. I really do implore you to go check out the forum post, because the only people that can really change the game is us, and nothing's going to be done if we don't speak out. Just share whatever ideas you have in your head. My name is Dalren. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully I'll see your posts on the forums. I'll see you guys in the next one.